Yo, yo, yo. What is the dealio, y'all? What's the dealio? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? We got the live. We got the live popping off right now. So y'all already know what time it is, man. Drop in the comments where y'all tuning in from. Say what's up. Right? Like this video as well. Okay? By the time we get off this live, let's make sure we got 100 likes on this video. Okay? Y'all already know I'm about to give you guys levels. We about to analyze the market. We about to assess everything. And you're going to be ready to go make some money tomorrow in the market. All right? So let me know in the comments where y'all tuning in from. Say what's up. All right? And then also, be sure to like this video. Okay? Best Beezy, what up? Numar, how you feeling? How you feeling, Numar? Pam, Love League, what's going on? What's going on? QTZ, what up? Genesis, my brother, how you feeling? How you feeling? Who else we got? I be cooking. What up, Shali? You good back there? What up, P. Bryant? TPC in the building, as always. Right? Sanita Bella, already hit the like button. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate that for tapping in, tuning in. DMV. Shout out to the DMV, man. What up, Mark Quinn? What up, Mark Quinn? Alchemist, what up? He said it was a good choppy day, trading day. It was definitely choppy. It was an interesting trading day. We're going to talk all about it, y'all. We're going to break the market down, right? We're going to break the market down, okay? I got some good stuff for you guys, all right? West Palm Beach in the building. Shout out to Florida, man. All right. What up, Jerry? Jerry Godwin, how you feeling? What up, Kenny? What up, Patrice? She from Kankakee. That's in Illinois. I know where Kankakee is at. Shout out to Illinois, y'all. If you guys are new to the channel, let me say welcome. All right. Every single day, I'm bringing you guys life-changing information, right? Stock market, finances, life advice, perspective, right? Everything to become a better person. You're going to come over here to this YouTube channel. All right. So I appreciate everybody tapping in. I appreciate y'all. I'm not going to waste your time. You already know I'm going to give you some life-changing stuff. Okay. Newbie Maddie, what's up? What's up? NYC rocking. Quiet Money. Hey, I appreciate that. Shout out to New York, man. What part of New York? I love Brooklyn. All right. I love Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. All right. Listen, I love New York. Okay. I know y'all got that cold front right now. What's up, Lola? Caesar, what's up? What's up? All right. Show love. It's the Brooklyn way. You know what I'm saying? Maryland in the house. What's up, Victor? Texas. He said I made a mistake today for IWM to confirm entry, so took a 6% loss. Okay, you're going to get better tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody, man. We got 3,000 subscribers. All right, so this live is going to be a low-key, a little celebration. We hit 3,000 subscribers, all organically, no bots. I ain't pay nobody to grow my YouTube channel, right? This is all off the muscle, okay? All off the muscle, right? In January, I had 140 subscribers, right? And then I started going every single day, putting videos out every single day. Now in December, we sitting at 3K. All right, so I appreciate all of y'all who tapping in. If you new, you gonna see why we growing fast, and you gonna see why you subscribed. Okay, so I got you guys covered, man. For real, I appreciate y'all though. I appreciate y'all. Okay, what's up, James? What's up, Doc? Doc, you killed it today, man. Shout out to Doc. You murdered it today. All right, what's up, A. Watkins? Appreciate that, Mark Quinn. Okay. Appreciate it, Gerald. So let's talk about the market, y'all. All right. Let's talk about the market. All right. Be sure to like this video. Let's get this video to 100 likes by the time we get off this video. All right. Subscribe to the channel. All right. You guys already know we about to get it popping. Okay. We about to get it popping. All right. So first things first, the market went up. Right. I was doing some research, and why did the market go up? Right. Why did the market go up when the technicals was showing that we was going down, right? Let's break this down real quick, okay? The market went up because we had ADP job reports, okay? ADP job reports. And what the job report did was it said something that you would think is going to make the market down, right? Less jobs are available. A lot of people lost jobs, right? Okay. So now what that's doing is all these people are losing jobs. That sounds bad, right? But then they're saying that the interest rates are going to be cut. So most likely they're anticipating, because so many people are out of jobs, losing jobs, next week when the Fed gives us an interest rate decision, they're going to drop the interest rates, and now people will be able to borrow more money. So now, because the ADP report came out saying that, people are anticipating that the interest rates are going to drop, and that's why the market is starting to go up. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense. That's why the market is starting to go up. So before we even look at the charts, right, we got to understand what's the state right now, right? What's the state of the institutional investors? Okay? So when the market starts to go down some, what do the institutional investors do? They start to take their money out of the tech stocks and the growth stocks, and then they start to go to the value stocks, right? Kroger's, Pepsi's, right? Those type of stocks, Johnson & Johnson, right? Okay. But when you have, okay, we're good, we're bullish, then they start putting money back into the tech stocks, right? This is how the game goes. So if we're truly going to be bullish, then we're going to see Nvidia, QQQ, Google, Apple, Microsoft. We're going to see all of those go up. And what did Trump say? Trump said he's going to keep the stock market at all-time highs. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, we're going to keep the stock market at all-time highs. Now, that could be buy the rumor, sell the news, but it's important to be able to understand what's going on in the economy, what's going on with the news, what's going on with the data, what's going on with the reports, right? And then we could correlate that to the charts. We could correlate that to the charts, okay? So am I saying only pay attention to the news? No. But what I'm saying is you got to understand what all these reports and what this data stuff means. And the data that came out today, that was also from September, because remember, the government was shut down for almost 2 months, right? The government was almost shut down for 2 months. So because the government was shut down for almost 2 months, we getting data from September, right? So we could very much so drop tomorrow, right? Or Friday, we could. But I told you guys in the beginning of the week, this was going to be a very volatile week because we had a lot of data coming out. Right? This is why we got to be tapped in, and we got to be focused, and we got to be locked in. Right? Because it's a lot of stuff going on. You got to keep what they say, right? You got to keep your ear to the streets. You got to keep your ear to the stock market streets. You can't just wake up and think you're going to trade and go make 6 figures a year. No, you got to be a professional at this. You got to be a truth seeker. You got to be seeking the information. Just because you learn how to read the charts a little bit and you know what an EMA is, that don't mean that you now just this big time trader. You got to stay a student of the game, right? So we got to always, right? We got to always make sure that we understanding what this data means versus what's being said versus what the charts are saying. And then we could formulate our own analysis and synopsis of what's going on. Because we need to know, is this a fake out to the upside or is this really a sustainable push to the upside, right? So it could be the pump before the dump, exactly, right? But if it's going to pump another day, we need to know that information so that we can know our levels, and then we could be able to make the money. And we can know when it's time to swing trade and when it's time to only focus on day trading. When you are uncertain about a direction, you don't need to be swing trading. Right? When you are uncertain about a direction, you do not need to be swing trading. You need to focus on day trading until you know the direction, and then you can take your swings, right? So make sure y'all really understanding this stuff that I'm saying here, right? This is how you really make money in the stock market. You got to keep your ear to the streets. You got to be able to know what the pulse of the market is, okay? I waited 30 minutes since I heard about the volatility. Tesla and IWM got your belt to ass today. Hey, it happens, right? It happens. And that's why, right? That's why I always say, if you taking L's by yourself, come join the Prosperity Collective, right? You're going to take less L's, you're going to make more money, and then you're going to be able to ascend. I always say, do not suffer in silence, y'all. Okay? We got the tools, we got the community, we got everything already built for you. We got a built-in course for you. We got weekly study sessions, right? So there's no way that you could fail over here. So I need you to understand that don't suffer in silence, all right? So first things first, I just wanted to break down why the market went up today. I wanted to make sure that I break that down, why the market went up. Because now that we can understand why the market went up, these charts will make more sense, okay? So it looks like when you think about it, there's been a lot of sweep orders, golden sweep orders, right? So yesterday was like a liquidity day. Yesterday and this morning was a liquidity sweep. It was a liquidity grab, okay? It was a liquidity grab, right? So what do I mean by that? Now we're going to go to the charts and we're going to break this stuff down so it can make sense for you guys over here. All right? I just wanted to give you guys an analysis and a breakdown of why this happened today. Right? So let's go to the charts now and let's get busy. All right? And if you guys do not know, this is what I do every day. Right? Before I was on YouTube Live charting, I would do this stuff every single night. So all I'm doing is I just decided to go live when I'm charting, right? So what I do is I give everybody every single day, I'm going to give you the levels for the SPY and for the IWM, right? The SPY is the S&P 500. The IWM is for small cap stocks, right? I'm going to give you the breakdown and the levels for SPY and IWM. That's the first two things that's the first two orders of business. And then I go through my list, right? And I try to find what setups I'm liking based on the stocks that I see on my watch list. And if y'all have any stocks that you have questions on, then we could go into those. Okay? So that's usually the flow of these lives. All right? But regardless, if y'all have questions, make sure you put them in the chat, right? And also make sure you like this video if you have not, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right? Every single day, you're going to get blessed by the best, right? I'm going to bring some content, some information to you every single day, and it has the potential to change your life if you let it. All right? So, is TPC mostly for strat traders? No, right? The strat is just what I use and it's highly effective, right? But it's for people that trade and that want to trade and want to elevate their trading game and understand this stuff deeper, right? So it's not just strat, right? So let's go to the charts and let's get busy now, y'all. All right. All right. So let's go to the SPY. Okay. He said the IWM you called yesterday is printing. Yep. So we're going to break down IWM too. All right. So we got SPY, right? What did I say? I said calls above 683. I said puts below 679. What did SPY do today, y'all? It chopped around, right? What did I tell you guys? It was in this range, right? This range right here. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go right here first. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Boom. right? And then, oh my goodness, why did it do that? Go. There we go. All right. And we got a range right here. All right. So, you guys see this range, right? Now, look what happened. On the daily time frame, we closed above where my trigger would have been for calls today, right? So what did I say? I said calls above 683.83 today. What did the SPY do? All the SPY did was it came down and it bounced off of what? The support. What did I say? I said puts below 679.29, right? Make sure you hear what I'm saying right now. I said puts below 679.29, right? Okay. Now let's go to the 30-minute. And where did SPY come down to? It came down to 679.45. And then it bounced up. So because I said puts below 679.27, it bounced off of that area. You should have got into calls to the upside. You see how that works? You see how that works? Y'all see how that works, right? This is how we break it down right here. All right? So tomorrow, right, we just closed above my 683.83 level, right? So now, because this is a 2 up, let me go to the 4 hour, right? On the 4 hour, we're in this order block right here, right? We're in this order block right here. So we're either going to reject here or we're going up tomorrow. All right? So, said TPC is for winning traders. Exactly. Right? Exactly. It's for winning traders. Okay. I don't know why this is doing this, y'all. All right, hold on. All right. So, we back. What up, Mr. Colorado? One word, Google. Yeah, Google went crazy today. Google went crazy. What up, Stefan? How you feeling? All right. I know, Maxine. But we good now, right? So check this out, y'all. So now we got SPY, right? So this is on the 4 hour, and we're in this order block right here. So now we need to get above about like 685.33, right? But we may wake up tomorrow and we could come right back down to 679. Okay? We could come down to 679 with ease. So on a daily time frame, right? Let's do this. Right? On a daily time frame, we just going to put 685. Right? Calls on SPY. 685. Okay? If we get above 685, enter in the calls. Right? And then if we get for puts, let me go to the 4 hour. We got to get below 679.22. Okay? Really 677, but 679.22. Right? So puts below 679.22. All right. So We're in an order block on the 4-hour. We need to get above 685, right? We could reject off of here, right? And then come down. If we get into puts below 679.22, or if you see it come up here and reject, you could get into puts and then you could write it down to the support, which would be right here. But if we get above 685, enter in the calls. Okay? So let me know if that makes sense on the SPY. All right? The key thing to remember is focus on the price action that you're seeing. All right? That's going to tell you what needs to happen. Focus on the price action. All right? Don't focus on what you think should happen, what you want to happen. Focus on the price action. All right? Whenever I go against what the price action that I see on the charts, I lose. When I start thinking that this gonna do this and this gonna do this, that's when I take L's, right? But remember, the trend of the market is your friend, okay? So whatever trend you're being shown, like, trust that, all right? Trust that, all right? Yeah, my screen be freezing up, and I don't know why. I be updating the app and everything, but I don't know why it be freezing up. So I got to toggle between the two so that way it could be shown to you guys, okay? Yeah, nothing that I say in here is financial advice, y'all, okay? If you want professional financial advice, go see a professional financial advisor, right? I'm just a guy on YouTube that's showing what I'm seeing on the charts, all right? Now, I just so happen to be able to call some bangers, you know what I'm saying? And people be making money off of what I'm saying, but none of it is financial advice, all right? So yeah. So boom, I love the game. I appreciate that, Darius. All right. So let's go to IWM. Hey, shout out to Mr. Colorado. He made bank on Google. All right. So if you in a Discord and you caught the SoundHound play, put it in the comments. All right. We sniped that one. If you caught SoundHound, put it in the comments. All right. I hit SoundHound for 41% overnight. All right. And other people got whatever they got. But we smacked SoundHound last night, when we woke up. All right. So let's go back to the charts. Okay. And then let's go to IWM. All right. Let's go to IWM. So IWM is in a very interesting place as well. Okay. IWM is in a very interesting place as well. Now, when we look at the charts, okay, it's frozen right now. When we look at the charts right here, they are inside of this order block right here, right? They are inside of this order block right here. So for IWM, I'm going to say calls above 249.80. Okay. We're going to put right here calls above 249.80. Okay. Calls above 249.80. Right? And then I would say we go up to 251.20. All right? But when I'm looking at it, for puts to the downside, I will only be looking at a rejection unless we gap down. Okay? So let me see where IWM is at right now in after hours. Okay? Let's see where IWM is at in after hours. So right now, because they had a big move today. They moved about $4 today. All right, so let's go to IWM real quick. So IWM is at they're at 249.86. Okay. So right now IWM is at 249.86. So because we are in this order block right here, I would be looking for IWM to reject tomorrow at some point in time and then come down, right? So I'm thinking that tomorrow for IWM, we might see a failed 2 up, okay? So we come up and then we reject somewhere and we come down and we create a failed 2 up on the daily time frame. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, my bad. Let me turn on my camera. That's what I'm thinking, right? We inside of this order block right here, right? We're inside of this order block right here. Calls above 249.80. And then we come up some. And then we reject. And then we create a failed 2 up on the daily time frame. Right? Now, obviously, I'm not Houdini. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen. But this is what I'm kind of seeing, right? This is what I'm kind of seeing right here. But we got a lot of sellers sitting up in this area right here. So I think that we could come up a little bit and then we could reject and then we could really come down. Okay, so that's where we are on IWM. Calls above 249.80. I would be looking for a rejection somewhere. And if we gap up enough, we might just market open, start coming down, right? That's a possibility as well. Depends on where we gap up to. If we continue to gap up, because if we don't get above this area, then we gonna reject and we gonna reject. And we could be coming down to like 244 in a matter of a couple days, potentially, right? So we got to see, but calls above 249.80, right? If we gap up a little bit, we could come down, fill the gap, and then we could go higher as well. That's another possibility also, all right? So I just want to make sure I'm giving you guys the possibilities and the scenarios so that you guys are well prepared for tomorrow and what's to happen. All right. So if that makes sense on IWM, let me know. If that makes sense on IWM, let me know, y'all. All right. QTZ, she said she got 30% on SoundHound. A Watkins, she said she entered late but still caught 20%. Best B, when he got in, oh, he's talking about IWM. I know it's way more people that caught SoundHound, but yeah, so we smacked them. Is there a difference between supply and demand and order blocks versus liquidity pool? So I would say yes, but they're similar. But with order blocks, because I'm using a tool, I could just see it clearly, right? And with supply and demand zones, it's like specific areas, but you could use it the same way. But when I'm looking at a demand zone, I'm looking at it on like the weekly. But these order blocks, it'll show me on order blocks on the 5 minute, on the 30 minute, on the 15 minute, right? So yeah, that's what I would say. Okay. So we got SPY and we got IWM, right? We just went over SPY and we just went over IWM, right? 808, he got 35% on SoundHound. Yeah, let me show you guys what we did on SoundHound. I talked about this yesterday, but this was one of those trades where it only worked out if you was swinging it because the move happened so fast when market opened, right? So let's go to the charts and let me break down the SoundHound for you guys so you can see what we did. All right. Sound, where you at? There we go. SoundHound, where you at? I got so many stocks on here. Here we go. All right, so this was SoundHound, right? So we had a bearish 3-bar, right? We had a bearish 3-bar, right? So we got in right here at like 11. This was my price, 11.31, right? That's not the contract price. My contract price was like 40 cents, $40, right? So 11.30 was the stock price. It closed at 11.22. So I was up about 13% when the market closed. Okay. And then the market opened here and then it dumped down to 10.98. Okay. And then we got out. Right. We all got out. So if that data didn't come out, right? If these technicals would have just gotten followed, right, off this bearish 3-bar, this thing would have came down here, okay? And we would have hit like 300%. But obviously it didn't, right? So we got in right here, right? And we exited right here. Right? This was the swing trade from yesterday. I just called this out yesterday and we took it together inside of the Discord, right? So we took entry right here where this arrow is pointing at. I saw a 3-bar. We took entry, right? The next morning, which was this morning, we took exit. We took profits, okay? Right there at the bottom of this wick right here, right? I was up 40% profit, right? Just like that overnight. All right. That's what we did. Oh, hold on. That's what we did, right? Y'all see the screen? Y'all see the screen right here? Okay. So we got in right here where this arrow is pointing at. The stock price was at 11.33, came down, was up about 13% when the market closed. And then when market opened up, it came down here. We took profits, hit 40% on that one. Okay. People inside the Discord got 30, 40%, 30%, 28%, right? 20%, whatever, right? But this was a snipe. If it would have followed technicals, it would have came down a lot more, right? But it's all good because we made some money on that one, right? So that's how we did that. Did you buy the Lux Algo package? So I had Lux Algo, earlier this year. So I've already been with them. I just have the one that's the price action, right? Price action concepts. That's all I need. So yeah, if you guys are watching right now, be sure to like this video. Okay. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every single day, I'm bringing you guys life-changing information. And then in the evenings, we do a live charting, right? So, and we find setups for the next trading day. So literally, you could come to these lives and the next day you could go make money in the stock market because I'm giving you actual levels, right? I'm not just telling you, oh, this stock could do this. No, I'm giving you guys actual levels on a break to take entry. That's why so many people be coming and being like, yo, I made money doing this. I made money on this stock, right? It's people that then made thousands of dollars off of these lives and off of my videos, right? So seriously, right? If you rocking with me, if you rocking with this channel, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share it with somebody you know who's trying to change their life in the stock market. All right? So now we're going to go fishing and we're going to find some setups that we can get busy with tomorrow. Okay? So we're going to pull this up. All right. Aklo today. Oh yeah, see? They went, what did they do? I know they had a nice day. I think they hit like $96. 96, I believe. Yeah, 96. Yep. So I might trade OKLO tomorrow as well because they got a nice setup right here. They got a real nice setup right here. Okay, so yeah, y'all hit that like button. All right, we about to go fishing and we gonna find some more setups for tomorrow. All right, and we do this together every single day. All right, we do this together every single day. All right, what up, Nate? Where you at? You said it's already tomorrow here. Where you at? So we got Intel. Let's see what Intel did. Okay, this is on the daily. Let's see what happened. All right, so they in the order block. So Intel, I would be looking for a rejection here as well. They've been running up crazy the past 5 days. So he's South African. Hey, shout out to South Africa, man. I got to make my way out there for real. I got to make my way out there. Right. I love Africa, but I got to make my way to South Africa. All right. So there we go. All right. Hey, I think y'all breaking the server, man. We got 115 people in here. My recording don't know how to handle it right now. It's kind of tripping right now. Let me see. I'm trying to share my screen so you guys can see. There we go. All right, so that's Intel. What else we got? We got Dell. Dell is on a failed. No, they're on a 2 down candle right here. AMD. Let's see where AMD is at. AMD is on a failed 2 down. Okay. They on a failed 2 down. So I'm going to put AMD here. Right here. AMD. Failed. Okay. Failed 2 down. So if AMD gets above like 218.40, if AMD gets above 218.31, then you could ride them up and they could come all the way up here to 230. All right, so AMD failed 2 down right here. Right? What else? We got APLD. What they doing? They on a failed 2 down as well. I like APLD. This is becoming one of my like stocks I enjoy trading. So APLD failed 2 down. Netflix. What we got on Netflix? Appreciate it, Mr. Colorado. Yeah, AMD is, man, it's an interesting stock. When it makes you money, it's called Advanced Money Dispenser. And when you lose money, it's the Advanced Money Destroyer. All right? So you don't know what you're going to get on them. So Netflix, they could have this is a liquidity grab right here. So Netflix could have a bullish day tomorrow. Netflix, let me see where Netflix is at after hours. Right now, Netflix is at 104.06, so they're up 9 cents. So we got to see, but I don't really care too much for this setup. Okay. What else we got? We got Robinhood. Robinhood went absolutely insane today, right? So if they get above right here, 134.39, they going to come up to 139, y'all. So I'm going to watch Hood to the upside. 3 bar bullish. Okay. Nvidia. Let's see what they doing. Nvidia is on a 2 down candle. Nvidia look like they could go lower for sure. We got to see, but Nvidia looks like they could definitely come down some more. Nvidia might come down to 174 tomorrow, right? If we gonna keep it a buck. So Nvidia to the downside is what I would be looking at. 2-2 bearish continuation. All right. Affirm. Affirm is an interesting setup. This is a 2-1-2. Okay. This is a 2-1-2 setup right here. So I like Affirm, honestly. So I'm gonna put 2-1-2. 2-1-2 bullish. All right. If Affirm gets above $70.71, then you could ride it up to $72. Right? So that could be a nice move tomorrow. Shopify, they also look good on a daily right here. Okay? Look at this. We get above right here. We have no resistance until here and then up to here, right? So we could go up $3 to $6 tomorrow, right? On Shopify. So Shopify looks good tomorrow. Bullish. That's a Randy Jackson right there. All right. We got Uber. Uber, listen. Uber is doing its thing right now. I think Uber could come up to right here, $92, and then it could reject. So we might see it come up to $92 tomorrow. But Uber definitely, it did its thing after it consolidated down here, and then it really started to make an uptrend. Okay, Kello Kel say he had BBAI today. There you go. That's what's up. We got Google. All right. Let's go to Google real quick. Snow and MDB. Yo, MDB gapped up like $95. Insane. Right? So, let me make sure. All right, so we got Google. So y'all see what Google did? They came down and tested the low, and then they bounced up, right? What did I say? I said calls above 318, 39. They came all the way up to 321. All right, look. Right, we got above 318, and then they went all the way up to 321. Okay, so this is another, you could have changed your life here, right? This was another opportunity. Okay. Let me ask you guys, who remembers the level that I said IWM needs to get above? Who remembers the level that I said IWM needs to get above? I've been talking about IWM not able to get above a certain level for 3 days, right? All week. What level was that, y'all? I want to see if y'all paying attention. I want to see if y'all paying attention. Okay. What level was that? Put it in the comments. Because, so yeah, bro, I've been tapping in. You know how life be though. I'm still working, yep, and studying hard. Absolutely. Yeah, we every day. We're gonna show up every day and we gonna get it. Right? So Best B, he said he remembers, he said 247.60, 249.50. Okay. 249.80. No, that was today. 249, that's for tomorrow. I'm talking about this week. This whole week, what I've been saying. It was a particular level. Right? There we go. 247.70. Yep. 247.73. Okay. Now watch this. Okay. Now watch this. Right? This is going to blow your mind. 247.73. Right? Now watch this, y'all. Okay. So we got IWM right here, right? Okay. Now look right here. Look right here. We got, look, I cannot make this stuff up. All right? I cannot make this up, y'all. When I tell you If you want to make some money, just come rock with me, right? Look right here. I've been talking about this area for all week, right? Look. Once it closed above here on the hourly, right? It was 247.46. 247.47, right? Right here. Look at the 2 hour. Look at how many times it tried to get above there. The second it got above there on the hourly time frame, look at the hourly time frame, right? It closed above this level on the hourly time frame, okay? I said, once we get above this level, we're going to go up and we could go touch 251, right? Look what happened once we broke above this level. Look what happened. I've been telling you guys all week, 247.50, 247.47, 247.60 if you want to be conservative, right? What did it do? It came up on the hourly and it closed above the level. And then it broke above it. It retested it, right? So look on the 30 minute or the 15 minute, okay? This is what we call a break and a retest. It broke above it, okay? And then it came down to retest it right here, right? Came down to retest. And then what did it do? Blast off. Okay? Break, retest, blast off. Okay? 247.47. I've been telling you guys this level all week. Okay? All week I've been telling you guys this level. Today's level was 247.73. And look what happened after it broke above the level. Let's be said, I'm up 70%. Kenny said it was super heavy resistance, which made me enter a call when the level got beat down, right? Where in the technicals does it show that you would retest for exhaustion at 251? So I would just say the order block, which is what I'm seeing, that's where it could retest, because in the order block, it shows that that's the area where we could reject, and now that's at like 251, right? So I say this to say, y'all, pay attention when I'm giving you guys these levels. And here's the thing, set your alerts. Set your alerts, okay? This is how you maximize your opportunity to make money in the stock market through my videos, right? I'm not giving you levels and just dollar amounts just because. I'm trying to help you change your whole life and your whole existence. I'm trying to be a part of you changing your life. In 2 years from now, I want you to be sitting in a different country, right? Kicking back with a beautiful view and being like, damn, this all started because I started getting in the stock market, and then I found this dude and he started really helping me see this thing clearly. And now because of that information, I'm kicked back in a different country, right? Chilling. That I want to be a part of your transformation. I want to be a part of your success story and of your journey. But in order to do that, you got to set your alerts and take this stuff super serious. Super serious, y'all. Right? Super serious. If you take this stuff serious enough, there's no way that you can lose. There is no way that you can lose when you take this serious. Okay? I had got in on the IWM call too early on IWM, seen it moving, but I got caught in that bear trap. It happens. All right? It happens. It's okay. Shake it off, right? Shake it off, right? My first time watching the show. I'll definitely be back. I appreciate that, Darius. Let's go. Right? Jamila said 247. I wrote it down. That made me get in calls. Boom. Right? Been on a year now, bro. You put me on to a lot. Hey, I appreciate that, Kello. He said I got 5 cons, sell 2 at 30%, the other 2 at 50, and got 1 running. That's a beautiful system. That's a beautiful system, right? So look, y'all. I told you guys all week, this whole week that we've been on live charting, hey, 270, 247, 70, 247, 65. If we could get above there, it's going to be tough. But if we get above there, then we're going to make some noise and we're going to make some money. And it's going to skyrocket. Right? So listen, this is how you change your life in the stock market. It's way deeper than the charts. It's about understanding what you're looking at. Because what's the point of me showing you the charts to try to impress you? No, I'm trying to help you understand this stuff and decode this stuff. All right? So now let's go back and let's go find some more setups. So far, I like Robinhood, I like Shopify, I like Affirm, I like APLD, AMD, and NVIDIA, right? We could just cut it off right now and be happy, right? If we wanted to. We could just cut it off and be happy. But we're going to find a couple more setups, right? We're going to find a couple more setups on the charts, all right? If y'all want to come trade with us, right? Come trade efficiently, then come join the Prosperity Collective, man. All right? It's a way of life at this point, right? It's a way of life at this point. We really are changing people's lives, right? And I mean that stuff, right? We got people making 4K a day, 1,000 a day, 700 a day, 2K a day. You know what I'm saying? It's the winning team. It's the winning team, y'all. Okay? Look at this right here. All right, I'm gonna just break this down for you real quick. Okay, look at this right here. All right, I'm sharing the screen real quick. Y'all see this? This is one person today. So we got $174 on Palo Alto. Then he hit SPY for 300. Then he hit IWM for 350. Then he hit Tesla for 384. Then he hit Google for 554. Then he hit AMD for 867. Then he hit Robinhood for what? 1,800. All right? Come on now. This is how we get down. All right? That's how we get down. Is multiple people doing that. Right? It's multiple people doing that, y'all. All right? If you want to learn a system, how to efficiently do this stuff and be on the right side of the trade more times than you are on the wrong side of the trade, come over and join. All right? You got to put the work in, but we gonna give everything to you where you need to be. All right? Listen, the results, they going to speak for themselves. Right? People come, they rock with us, and they come stay with us for a reason. All right? So you got to understand, this ain't no cap. We ain't just over here talking. We do this every single day. All right? Doc say, hey, learning the strat. Let me ask you a question, Doc. How much would you say you benefited from the strat? And like really understanding how to use it for your trading. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much has the strat turned you up? How much has it turned up your trading? Put that in the comments so we could see. All right? Because I need you guys to understand, number one, people wasn't talking about no strat. The whole time I was trading, I never heard about no strat. Never heard about no strat method. I was researching deep. And then I found it, right? I found it. And then we went all in. And then what I started doing, I brought it to the Discord. I said, hey, y'all, this is the wave right here. This is how I started making crazier money. Right? Boom. Shared it with everybody. right? Now everybody is turning up. It's so many people that's like, yo, this made trading so much easier for me. And then we got the order blocks. Like I'm telling y'all, you come in, you lock in, you learn how we do, and you're going to be able to change your life faster than you think. Okay? All you got to do is be able to count to 3. Have a little bit of patience. That's all you got to do is be able to count to 3. All right, real talk. Okay? So, let's see what some more stocks are going to do tomorrow. Okay? So, we got HIMS. Not really going to pay attention to HIMS too much. Oh, wow. They on a failed 2 down. HIMS got to get above like 37.31 for me to take them seriously. But actually, I kind of like the setup. They on a failed 2 down as well. So we're going to put HIMS. Failed 2 down. Okay. Doc said, he said 10, still learning it. But now I look for failed 2 ups and failed 2 downs every day. Using order block, life changing. You see that? Y'all see that? It's simple as that. Now, it took time to get there, but at the end of the day, you see the numbers, you see the results, right? So shout out to you, Doc, for real. Seriously, man. So who else we got? Alchemist, he said, once you introduce the strat to TPC, I then see a lot more people talking about it. Hey, listen, it's more people watching than I don't even know how to say it, but a lot of people watching, right? I know this for a fact. Wasn't nobody talking about no strat method, right? I only knew 1, maybe 2 people talking about it, right? But I did not see anybody talking about it. That's why I started talking about it. And because I had a voice and a platform, I was like, man, I don't know why there's not more content on YouTube about this strategy because it's so powerful. When I'm like, why can't I find any modern, right, content about this thing? And I was like, man, I gotta start telling people, you know what I'm saying? I gotta start telling people because either they gatekeeping and they holding it back, or they just really don't know about it. And I was like, man, let me share this, right? Because I'm a selfless kind of individual. So now we seeing more people talking about it. It is what it is. But y'all know, if you've been rocking with me, you know that I've been talking about this all year, right? For the better half of the year, right? Like real talk. So yeah, they gonna remember the name. Exactly. People never forget who they got information from, right? Always. So listen, if you've been rocking with me, you know who been talking about the strat early, and now you see people talking about it, right? Jamila said, Isaiah trades with mastery on repeat, finds bangers every day. This isn't a good day. This is just how, hey, I'm telling you, every single day we really get it in. We get busy. All right, Ashley, I can't wait to make money with y'all again tomorrow. Yeah, shout out to Ashley, man. She gonna make a lot of money. She make a lot of money every single day for real. Mr. Colorado said they be gatekeeping. I know, right? But now that everybody talking about it, they can't not talk about it. You see what I'm saying? Because they like, all right, cat's out the bag now. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, I appreciate that, Best B. Hey, nah, seriously though, like real talk. We locked in, man. I'll see about Beyond Meats in a minute. So we got Palantir. They could keep going crazy, but they got a rejection at 178.69. So look out for that on Palantir. Carvana, they going crazy. They going crazy. Nike, right here, failed 2 up. Or is that a 2 up? That's a 2 up. I mean, that's a 2 up candle. Tesla, SoFi. Let's look at SoFi. SoFi is on a 2 down candle. So I think tomorrow SoFi could be coming to 28.48. All right, 28.48 is where I think SoFi could be coming to potentially, if nothing crazy happens. So 28.48. Let's see. This joint freezing. My bad, y'all. All right, so yeah, that's SoFi. Could be coming down to 28.48. Josh, I have a playlist for strat videos. You could also join the Discord, and we got a whole course about the whole strat. All right. So what else we got? Lyft. So we got Lyft right here. They on a failed 2 up, but we got a order block right. I mean a fair value gap. So Circle, they went crazy today. So I think Circle could come up to $93 tomorrow. So I'm gonna actually put Circle on my list because they got a 3-bar on a daily. So CRCL 3-bar bullish. All right, 3-bar bullish. Who else we got? Amazon, Enphase, CoreWeave, Meta. Meta looks like it could be coming down because we got this bearish 3-bar now, right? So we got it rejected again off of right here where it just tested for the 3rd time and it rejected. Let's go to the hourly, right? Let's look at the hourly on Meta, right? If you look at Meta, look on the hourly, right? We on the hourly. And then look what they did. This level right here, right? Y'all see this area? Rejection, okay? Rejection. And then rejection, right? And then today, rejection again, right? And then look where they closed at. They closed inside this order block, right? So now, if Meta gets below, Meta has to get below 637.37, and then we gonna be coming down, okay? So that's where we at with Meta tomorrow. But they could go up. We just gotta see. That's just my analysis. All right, Lululemon. Nothing. Tesla. Tesla went crazy today. Tesla looks like they want to come up to 466. So they could pump $20 tomorrow. There's nothing in the way, honestly. So they should go up. So I might trade them tomorrow, actually. But calls above 448. 448. What? Yeah, calls above 448.10. All right. On Tesla. CrowdStrike, I'm really liking this setup right here. So I'm actually gonna put CrowdStrike on the menu. 3-bar bullish. All right. CrowdStrike. Okay. I really like that setup right there. All right. I'm liking the 1 and 3 bars more than I slowly started kind of like messing with the 1 bars more, right? Lately, I've been liking the 1 candles a lot more than the failed 2 downs, right? So, I don't know. We gonna see, but I'm liking them 1 candles because it's almost a guaranteed banger. All right. Failed 2 downs, they're high probability, but sometimes depending on what's going on in the market, they'll just like, they won't even do anything, right? So it does depend on market sentiment. But the 1 candles, they be bangers, straight up. When you understand consolidation and what happens after consolidation, bangers, straight banger. All right. Who else we got? Um, I'm telling y'all, listen, this stuff will change y'all life, man. I cannot say it enough. Adobe looked like they could be getting ready to go crazy. OKLO. Yeah, OKLO went silly. So I'm gonna be looking at OKLO tomorrow as well. Um, all right. OKLO, a bullish 2-2 continuation. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna pay attention to. Um, yeah, Amazon definitely looks like it's gonna be coming down. So that's what I'm gonna focus on, y'all. So what I'm gonna focus on for tomorrow, I'm gonna share with y'all what I'm gonna focus on. All right, so tomorrow I'm gonna focus on OKLO. That's gonna be high on my priority watch. Um, and then Hood, and then Shopify. Okay, these are my three. I like Circle as well. I don't want to overwhelm myself, but these three, right? So Robinhood, Shopify, Circle, and OKLO. All right, OKLO. These three, four is what I'm paying attention to tomorrow. Those are going to be on my main priority list right there. Okay? So those are what I'm going to be really paying attention to tomorrow. All right? Obviously, IWM, I'm going to be looking at that as well. Okay? But those are going to be my main ones that I'm looking at. Can I look at Ulta? Yeah, I've traded J&J before after earnings. Ulta, let's see real quick. I traded Ulta one time. I swung trade them, made like $300, but it didn't do. I didn't like the spreads and I didn't like how it was moving. But this actually looks pretty nice. Watch this. We might have a banger, y'all. Look at Ulta on the daily. We got double inside candles, and it just tested at 542, right? So write this down. If Ulta tomorrow breaks below 542.92, puts, okay? A double bearish inside candles for 2 days straight, man, that's saying this thing could come all the way down to 531. We could see a $10 drop on Ulta tomorrow, okay? So puts below 542.92. All right? This free game right here. This is a gift. It's Christmas season, so consider this a gift right here. All right? Puts below 542.92. It's on a double inside candles. If it gets below here, then Ulta could come all the way down to 530 in a day. All right? So, yeah, this could be a banger right here. All right, so shout out to whoever said that. Shout out to Jen Hall. That's a great find right there. All right, what up, Wes? Exactly, back to ones. Yeah, their cons are high, but you could get out of the money contracts and still make a nice penny. When I traded them, it was like $400. Let me see where they're at now. Oh, 1,700. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't need to, and those spreads are super wide too. So I wouldn't even trade that. Now that I see how wide the spreads are and how much they are, when I did it, it was less than $500. But I'm not doing that. That's crazy. $1,700? Absolutely not. With a $300 spread? Nope. That's not what I'm looking for, right? Walmart. Let's see what Walmart is at. Walmart. Let's look at them. They still going up. So Walmart, no, they still going up. So I just would say continuation. If they get above 114.96, um, yeah, they are all time highs. So they could reject at any point in time. Yeah, they could reject at any point in time. So be careful on Walmart calls because you just never know. All right. That theta, yeah. Yeah, that yo, Ulta, the setup is there, but the spreads and the contracts they not. So that's the thing. Like you gotta know what to trade. So just because it's a good setup, that don't mean it's a good trade. You see what I'm saying? Setup and the trade is different. You gotta have it. Gotta cross all your boxes and your criteria. All right. Um, Apple, yeah, Apple, and then after this we'll get up out of here. Apple, real quick. Hey, let me say this real quick, y'all. All right. If you want to trade with us, if you want to ask questions about what stocks we looking at or if this stock gonna do this, come join the Discord. All right. Come join the Prosperity Collective. Right. This is how you're gonna change your life. It's the last trading community you will ever need, but it's on you to focus and lock in. All right. We got everything that you need, right, to be able to succeed. But if you want to come in here and really focus and get busy and figure out how to really get in these markets, then come trade with us every day. Come take the course, right? And get mentored by the best so that you can come and figure out how to do this on your own. Because I'm a firm believer, I don't want you to need me, right? Hear what I'm saying. I don't want you to need me, right? I'm not afraid of somebody learning from me and then spreading their wings and going and doing their own thing, right? I don't want you to need me. I want you to learn the skill set so you can go teach your family, so you can teach your kids, right? That's what I want for you. I don't want you to need me to call a play. So if you want to learn how to do this, then come join the Prosperity Collective. If you only want call outs, then you can join, but you're going to be doing your own self a disservice. All right? I just do not want you to need me. I'm trying to teach you guys. We trying to teach y'all how to really, really, really like do this on your own without us. And we here to help guide you. But once you figure this out, you're going to be able to spread your wings and fly. Right? Like seriously. Serious. This is real life. All right. What do I think about sweet greens? I don't know about sweet greens. All right. I already talked about Netflix. Oh yeah, we'll go over Apple. I said. For anyone that don't know, Isiah be dropping straight fire daily bangers. Hey, I appreciate that, Drew. Is there any benefit to trading in SPYM? It resembles all movements. I mean, maybe it's a little cheaper, but I would just trade IWM, right? IWM is the complete ETF. It is cheap. It makes crazy moves. You could change your life with IWM alone. All right. Yeah, healthcare has been doing great. But let's look at Apple real quick, y'all. All right. So we got Apple pulled up right here. Okay. So we got Apple. They on a daily, right? On a daily, they've been bullish. Right? They've been bullish, but look what happened. They on a failed 2 up here. Because they're on a failed 2 up right here, right? If we get below 283.21, you could enter in the puts. They could come down to about 280, right? And then they could bounce, or they could break through this fair value gap, and then they could come lower. All right? So that's Apple. I would be looking to them to the downside just because we're on a failed 2 up, but they could come higher and create new all-time highs. So if they get above 288.50, then you enter in the calls and you ride it up. All right? So that's how you play that. Okay? So I'm not going to go over any more stocks, y'all. If y'all want my advice, you either book a one-on-one or you join the Prosperity Collective. All right? I want you guys to understand I'm here to help you learn how to do this stuff, right? I'm not here to be a robot to just figure out what stocks and analyze them. It's not like that, right? I'm here to pour into you, right? Understand what I'm saying? I'm here to pour into you so that you can have this knowledge for the rest of your life. All right? So if you want to continue and you really want to learn this stuff and you want to figure it out for yourself and for your family and for your future, then come and join the Prosperity Collective where we know you're going to be successful. All right? We know everybody on a first name basis over there. All right? Real talk. We know everybody on a first name basis over there. Right? We got real relationships. We building something, all right? Absolutely, Joy. Okay? So look, y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I appreciate the 3,000 subscribers. Okay? Sincerely, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We do this every day. All right? We got a daily video. Usually right after market close, I drop a video. So be sure to tap in there. And then in the evening time, as long as there's a trading day the next day, I'll be going live because I'm going to be charting anyway. And I go live and I go find my setups and we do it all together and we break this stuff down for y'all. All right. Of course, Johnny. All right. So listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Right. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right, y'all. And also, if you've been rocking with me, I want you to say it with me, all right? The more you study, the less you worry. All right? Listen, y'all. Y'all have a great night, great evening, and we going to crush the market tomorrow. All right? Y'all have a great night. Y'all stay smooth, and I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow. Peace.